Greetings, everyone. This is Steven. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm actually doing quite well myself. It's been a very beautiful weekend. The weather has been mild. The rain has been pouring. But I got some shopping done today. I was talking with my cousin to earlier tonight, and he was saying that a lot of people don't know much about schizophrenia, that it's actually a very ignorant topic. Now, I don't mean ignorant as in stupid. I mean, ignorance, and there's a lack of knowledge when it comes to understanding schizophrenia. The knowledge really isn't out there. I mean, you have to actually dig into the crates to get a good book about schizophrenia. You have to go to Barnes and Noble or Amazon to get books on schizophrenia. But really, the topic is very not widely spoken about, and I feel it is my responsibility as a patron saint of schizophrenia to describe what it feels like to be schizophrenic, to um, articulate and illustrate the differences of the different types of mental illnesses that are out there, such as schizophrenia, bipolar, manic depressive, things like schizoaffective disorder, which is a blend of schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, which I have been diagnosed with. To start right there, schizophrenia really is a lifestyle. Schizophrenia is a way of thinking. It's a way of acting, a way of speaking. Um, Now, I actually have schizoaffective disorder, which is a blend of schizophrenia or paranoid schizophrenia and bipolar. Now, I don't go on very, very highs and very lows, but I do fluctuate a lot when it comes to my emotions. I mean, the other day, last week, or rather, or maybe it was the week before when I was working. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am a salesman at True Green Lawn Care, and I've been there for 4 seasons. I had a rough week in the last 2 weeks. I finished off strong this past week, but the week before, I had maybe 4 or 5 people in a matter of maybe less than a week that were already active when I got them set up. And so it's a little frustrating to face rejection, but rejection actually is one of the best teachers. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that I don't go real high and then real low. The differentiations or the spectrum of what my emotions, of how they expand throughout the kaleidoscope of hues along the spectrum of schizophrenia. I don't go from bipolar, from very manic to very depressive, but schizophrenia basically is where you actually have, you hear voices. I mean, I constantly focusing on what's going on inside my mind's eye, my mind's ear, my mind's tongue. I mean, I can hear my own internal voices much more clear than I can even hear my spoken voice with my sword. Um, but I hear voices all the time, all the time. And I was talking to someone who had actually seen one of my videos um, not too long ago. He was saying that he feels like people with schizophrenia are operating on a different channel of the actual reception of the energy in the universe. We are different, but when it comes to the basis of schizophrenia, it mainly surrounds hearing voices. Now, that extends not only to your ears, but to what you see, what you smell, what you taste. And I also hear voices inside of my mind. Like I said, I can hear my own internal voice with much more clarity than I can hear with my spoken voice. And to me, that's a little scary because some of the things that I say in my mind are just not pretty. That's why the true battleground of spirituality is not with fists. It's mental. That's the battleground. That's the battlefield. The holy war is being waged within the self. The Prophet Muhammad and Islam said that a true jihad is a jihad of the self, and jihad means holy war. So it's not going to war with other people that is the true the true holy war. The true holy war is going to war with yourself. So when it comes to bipolar, I don't know a lot about it. My cousin, if you're watching right now, I'm going to name you. His name is Blake. He has bipolar. I've noticed over the course of the last probably 20 years of knowing him. And he does have highs and lows, and that's just what he lives with. And that's another thing: is schizophrenia, bipolar, manic depressive, OCD. They're all lifestyles. They're not just symptoms. They're not just suffering. They're lifestyles. I mean, to be honest with you, I have OCD as well. I mean, when I go to work and I fix myself a cup of coffee, I just be honest with you. I'll be transparent. I actually I pour the coffee into the cup. I put my creamer into the cup, stir it around, and then I pour sugar in it. Now, when I'm done with the sugar, I stir clockwise however many times I need to stir it, such as 9 times for the year 1990, and then counterclockwise 6 times for the year 1996. So 9 and 6, of course, is the pattern. All right, it could be 86, it could be 78, it could be 93, it could be 97. But see, I have OCD, and so what that means is I'm very structured and very specific about what I do. So back to circle back around to what I was talking about. The world is ignorant when it comes to schizophrenia. Now, I was talking to my boss the other day. We're going to start a nonprofit organization called the QQ Foundation for Schizophrenia, for people with schizophrenia. So you will be seeing me in the near future, within the next probably 3 to 5 years. We'll have a foundation for people like me, but for people out there that don't know how to truly articulate how they feel about schizophrenia, how to express themselves to get this energy out of them, because sometimes the energy that's up in your mind, the thoughts in your mind, they get so pent up that you boil over and you end up doing things that you shouldn't be doing, but when it comes to the knowledge behind schizophrenia, it's not widely known. You have to really dig into the libraries, and you have to dig into small clubs, small meetings, NAMI family to family youth groups. Here in Lexington, there's a place called Participation Station, which is not thriving. But at the same time, the knowledge is not out there. And my goal, my objective is to make sure that people know about it. So, and I'm not saying I'm going to be at your neighborhood theater anytime soon giving a lecture on schizophrenia, but that would ultimately be the goal. My boss asked me on Friday, Thursday or Friday of this past week, he said, if you could do anything in your life, what would you do? And if you had a choice to do your life's work, what would it be? I feel like my life's work would be talking to people like you. All right. Especially if you're schizophrenic and you're looking at my videos and you're trying to figure out how to find your way out of the maze. All right. I will be honest with you. The doors are shut. The walls are high. And the twists and turns are belly aching. It can cause vertigo. So what I want you to do for me today, if it's not today, then next weekend, next week, next month, go to Barnes & Noble or go to Amazon.com and look up books on schizophrenia so you can get educated, because, positive education always creates elevation. Positive energy always corrects errors. So what I want you to do is I want you to do your research so you can be studied up, so that when your friend or family ends up getting diagnosed with this, or you have a friend or a family member who have been diagnosed with this disorder, this disability, or what I say ability, then you'll be more equipped in a knowledgeable way to be able to understand what this person goes through. Okay? So I wish you guys the best. Please stay studied up, stay prayed up, as Krill would say. Stay peaceful, stay loving, and always, always have knowledge wisdom, and understanding. Peace.